So when you head back down these steep paths here, what you got to make sure is you don't slip over. Obviously you don't want to slip over and hurt yourself. So when you walk down hills, it's important to actually have your feet facing straight. If you have it out to the side, you're going to have less surface area to actually grip. So when you walk down hills, grip nice and flat on your feet. Also when you go down hills, make sure you bend your knees and sink through your hips. Because if you're upright, you've got less centre of gravity. So you get yourself down nice and low and grip with your feet. So when I'm going down, I'm actually lowering myself down and toward the ground. If I'm too far upright, then I'm going to be walking and I'm more inclined to trip over. So get nice and low. Get nice and low, that way if you fall, you can always stop yourself. Here's a little tip. If you do fall, don't put your hands out. Why? Because when you put your hands out, it puts pressures on your shoulders and you can actually cause a breakage up near the clavicle. Okay? So that's what they call a collarbone. You can end up breaking that. Your trip's going to be over. The most important thing is if you are going to fall, try and tighten yourself up in a bundle and land to the side. Other things, if you do fall and you go to break your land, you might cut your hand on a sharp rock. You either get a cut in the hand or a broken collarbone. It's going to be worse than actually landing on your shoulders and getting a few bruises. Little tip for walking down hills. This is the view from Ubia Rock, about 45 kilometres north of Jabiru. There's plenty of rock paintings down there in the thick forest down below the rocks. But as you come out in the rocky area, this big open plain appears. And that's all part of a estuary, a tributary, part of the river down in the thick down there. But this beautiful savanna just opens up. The vegetation's quite thick through here, nice and open. I can imagine it to be very wet in the wet season. The plain just opens right up through here. I can imagine thousands of different types of birds. Lots of little life forms, all part of the ecosystem. Absolutely thriving through these plainlands here. Beautiful. Yeah, so I've just pulled up near Ubia Rock and I saw this little hill behind me. I'm pretty keen to climb it. It should take me around about 15 minutes, I think, to get at the top. Maybe close to 20. But it'll be a good little interval session. I'll be able to get my heart rate up around about 80-90% of a maximum heart rate, which should get me up around about 160 to 170. When I get in that heart rate zone, that's really highly effective for conditioning. Conditioning is an important part of your training, especially when you're trying to improve your fitness and your aerobic output. That's the hill we're going to climb. So when you come across some of these areas around here, you've got to really look at some of your dark holes. Really stop and pause for a minute and take a good look at what's inside them, what could be on the other side. Because, you know, there's little places to sit and get out of the heat of the day. So, you know, you got to respect that. Give them time to get out of the way, make plenty of noise, and you should be pretty safe. I mean, I'm looking for a way up. If you just look up there, I mean, yeah, that's a way up. But look at it, it's steep, could be slippery, and worst of all, I can hurt myself. I'm not an overly skilled climber, so you know what, I'm gonna take the easy path and find another way. What makes it all worthwhile, look at that, I found a cave. I'm gonna go have a bit of a bo peep. And there's something which you won't see every day. A little cave. Nobody probably knows it's here. Looks out there. Nice little view. Beautiful. Back, just finished it. Not 15 minutes, 33 minutes. So, as you can see, a little hill like that seems easy. It's actually not. Anyway, as I said, little hill wins today.